The escalating political tension between two world powers, China and the United States, is at its peak, and the world is left with no choice but to watch as it unfolds. Fueled by trade disputes, military buildup, technological rivalries, and human rights concerns. A scary competition for world power is ongoing, in a recent movement to assert its dominance. The United States has deployed its powerful bomber to the Philippines, an action that has piqued the worry of its rival. Is this a movement against China? Are we about to witness conflicts between these two nations? Join us as we delve into the situation surrounding the deployment of the terrifying United States bomber that just arrived in the Philippines. Thousands of sophisticated and dangerous military equipment alongside weapons has been deployed to the Subic Bay military base in the Philippines by the United States. This has raised a lot of concerns, especially that of the authorities in Beijing, which did not delay before raising the alarm. It is known that the Philippines is the oldest ally of the United States in the Indo-Pacific, dating back to 1951. The alliance has promoted peace, prosperity, and security for both nations and the wider Indo-Pacific region. Currently, the United States and the Philippines are working on modernizing the alliance. They aim to create a strong and adaptable framework to address new challenges, while also enhancing joint planning and interoperability between their forces. This effort reflects a commitment to strengthen their relationship and effectively respond to evolving situations in the region. According to reports, the movement made by the United States is in respect to an annual exercise that is also referred to as Balakatan, in Washington also announced that this annual exercise with the Philippines would be the largest ever, and as it would involve about 12,000 American, 5,400 Filipinos, and about 100 soldiers from Australia. But despite knowing what it is, Beijing is still concerned because this exercise will deviate from the usual practice and would include live firing in the South China Sea, a region owned by Beijing. The waters surrounding the Philippines and the South China Sea are vital trade routes and have been at the center of territorial disputes that involve China. Recently, China conducted military drills that included the deployment of fighter jets and an aircraft carrier near Taiwan. The United States immediately responded and carried out a freedom of navigation mission on Monday, sending the USS Milus through the South China Sea. This mission involved passing by the Spratly Islands, which are in the Philippines' exclusive economic zone, but are also claimed by Beijing. In response to the United States' action, China expressed its displeasure towards the U.S. by stating that the military cooperation between the United States and the Philippines should not interfere with disputes in the contested waters. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman Wang Wenbin emphasized that the U.S. must not disrupt the South China Sea disputes or compromise China's territorial sovereignty and maritime rights. After concluding its drills, Taiwan's defense ministry announced plans to enhance its combat preparedness. President Tsai, in a Facebook post, asserted her right to represent the island globally and criticized China's military response to her stopovers as irresponsible actions by a regional power. These developments highlight the ongoing tensions and geopolitical complexities in the region, where nations assert their claims and interests in the strategically significant South China Sea. Equipment that is considered the best air defense system in the world and high-precision missile systems were deployed to the Philippines. Shockingly, bombers were also among these equipment, which is unusual. Official records indicate that the United States boasts a fleet of 141 active bomber, featuring advanced models such as the B-2 Spirit stealth bombers and the latest edition, the B21 Raider. Despite the continuous production of new aircraft, the B-52 Strat Fortress stands unrivaled. Remarkably, even at 70 years old, this aircraft has undergone several impressive upgrades. With a remarkable capacity to carry 70,550 pounds of ammunition and cover over 8,700 m on a single refuel. This capacity is one of the reasons why the B-52 stands out. It can effortlessly travel from Washington to Beijing over the vast Atlantic Ocean. With ample fuel for the return journey, however, its substantial size imposes limitations on stealth attack capabilities, lacking the sophisticated stealth technology found in more recent fully armed stealth bombers produced by the United States. This weapon is an enduring symbol of American military might and its position in the world of advanced weaponry and technology, standing as a long-range subsonic jet-powered strategic bomber designed and crafted by Boeing. The aircraft has served the United States Air Force since the 1950s. The B-52's development can be traced back to a successful contract bid in June 1946. Evolving from an initial straight-wing configuration powered by 6 turboprop engines to the final prototype YB-52 that features about 8 turbojet engines and swept wings. In April 1952, the B-52 embarked on its maiden flight. It was originally designed to conceive and carry nuclear weapons for Cold War-era deterrence. This advanced carrier gradually replaced the conveyor B-36 Peacemaker based on its reliability through various wars. The B-50 has been used in combat, predominantly deploying conventional munitions. Although officially designated as the Strat Fortress, the aircraft has earned the nickname Buff, which stands for Big Ugly Fat Fella, with an impressive payload capacity of up to 70,000 pounds and a combat range reaching around 8,800 mi without aerial refueling. The B-52 remains a formidable force since its introduction in 1955. This fighter jet has maintained its presence in the United States Air Force, with a current inventory of 72 aircraft as of 2022. Among these, 58 are operated by active forces, 18 by reserve forces, and approximately 12 in long-term storage at the Davis-Monon AFB Boneyard. The B-52's tenure under the Strategic Air Command lasted until its disestablishment in 1992, after which its aircraft were absorbed into the Air Combat Command. In 2010, a significant organizational shift occurred as all B-50 Strat Fortresses were transferred from the ACC to the newly established Air Force Global Strike Command. The birth of the B21 Raider with its advanced capabilities and stealth placed the B-52. The arrival of the B21 Raider signaled the start of an era of advanced stealth aircraft, showcasing the remarkable capabilities of the United States. This fighter jet is the first brand-new bomber introduced in 30 years. It's not surprising that this aircraft boasts incredible features like absolute stealth, the ability to control artificial intelligence, and a vast array of weapons. One of its unique capabilities is in unmanned mode, transforming into a fully armed drone with nuclear warheads, autonomously targeting crucial enemy locations. Additionally, it can coordinate with other drones using artificial intelligence, showcasing the result of intensive work by top minds at the Pentagon. They successfully developed a super-powerful aircraft, capable of executing attacks at an altitude of 72,000 feet. The B-21 holds the award of being the first aircraft to feature improved stealth technology. Stealth, though often believed to be synonymous to complex and mysterious, is rooted in a straightforward idea. Contrary to the common belief that stealth means invisibility, it revolves around evading radar detection. Radar stations emit radio waves, and if these waves reflect off an aircraft, it becomes visible on the radar. To outsmart radar, the key is not reflecting its radiation, and this is achieved by using radio-transparent materials like carbon fiber, or redirection radar waves away from the station. The latter method, while more reliable, poses challenges. In the case of the earlier B-21, a unique chemical composition covered the entire hull for stealth. This material could absorb radio waves, effectively concealing the bomber. However, a significant issue arose. The composition was susceptible to water, and rain can wash away the invisibility of the jet. To address this problem, the coating had to be reapplied after each instance of rain. The B21 development takes lessons from these challenges, ensuring improvements and advancements in stealth technology. For more effective and reliable performance, it is also capable of covering 7,500 mi on a single refueling and reaching speeds of 860 miles per hour. The Raider showcases the immense potential of aviation through its overall appearance. Originally crafted with a singular objective to reach any corner of the globe and deploy an atomic bomb in defense of America, the B-21 stands out as a strategic asset. In this capacity, this formidable fighter jet proves more advanced than 100 traditional aircraft. Beyond its primary purpose, the Raider incorporates numerous new and valuable features. A sophisticated electronic system, intricately linked to all surfaces and engines, continuously monitors the aircraft's position during flight. This intricate process is facilitated by advanced artificial intelligence, endowing the Raider with two control modes, one with a pilot and another entirely reliant on artificial intelligence, eliminating the need for human intervention. The B-21 primary and unmatched capability can be found in nuclear bombing. With the development of this aircraft, the United States has eliminated the need for extensive missile carriers, as it can now execute a rapid, efficient, and entirely unnoticed nuclear strike anywhere globally. Carpet bombing stands as the second most impactful destructive capability. The Raider bomber excels in this mission, releasing 80 conventional bombs or 40 cluster shells that can wreak havoc across several acres of land. To illustrate, a single cluster shell has the potential to target and hit a column of 40 tanks, showcasing the versatility and potency of the Raider's capabilities. In February 2016, the leader of the Air Force Global Strike Command expressed plans to order an initial set of 100 B-21, a decision that would eventually expand the fleet to 175 to 200. In 2017, Air Force studies suggested an increase in the initial purchase from 80 to 100 to 145 aircraft. The assembly of the B-21 occurred at the United States Air Force Plant 42 near Palmdale, California, the same facility used by Northrop Grumman for B-2 bombers in the 980s and 990s. In January 2017, Northrop Grumman received a $35.8 million contract for a coatings facility at Plant 42, likely intended for B-21 stealth coating. Construction of the first aircraft started in the summer of 2019, with reports of the second unit underway in early 2021. During a congressional hearing in June 2021, it was confirmed that the first two B-21 were being constructed at Plant 42. By February 2022, 6 B-21 were already in progress, and the first one was moved to a calibration facility the next month. In September 2023, officials reported successful fueling and engine tests in preparation for the anticipated first flight by the end of the year. The B-21 inaugural test flight occurred on November 10, 2023, at the Air Force's Plant 42 in Palmdale, California. When it comes to making precision strikes, a guided aerial bomb proves invaluable, capable of homing in on targets even when concealed in fog. The concept of an unmanned bomber armed with nuclear warheads brings both excitement and a sense of extreme threat. However, a recent development has emerged that potentially surpasses the capabilities of the B-21 Raider. The X-47B is a multi-purpose combat unmanned aerial vehicle that currently holds the top spot among drones. According to the United States Navy, the X-47B boasts an impressive range exceeding 3,700 mi and operates at altitudes surpassing 39,380 bings, as well as engage in targeted destruction of enemy radars using high-precision missiles. Like the B-21, this weapon prioritizes stealth technology, yet its superiority over the Raider lies in its smaller size. It can be launched from aircraft carriers and land on them thanks to its unique folding wings, a capability that is unmatched by modern bombers. This weapon is primarily designed for reconnaissance, surveillance, and precision strikes against various ground targets. It also boasts expanded capabilities owing to its modular design, Its adaptability allows easy integration with various reconnaissance systems, electronic warfare equipment, or other features not present in larger bombers. The United States Navy has allocated a considerable budget of approximately $1.4 billion to the X-47B project, surpassing even the cost of building the B21 Raider. However, much of its functionality remains shrouded in mystery, adding an air of anticipation to its potential and capabilities. The weapon, also known as Air Vehicle or Avenue 1, made its inaugural flight at Edwards Air Force Base, California on February 4, 2011, progressing into cruise configuration. With retracted landing gear on September 30, 2011, and the second demonstrator Avenue 2 took its maiden flight on November 22, 2011. It was initially designed for a 3-year test program and was expected to undergo 50 tests at Edwards AFB and NAS Point River, Maryland, culminating in sea trials in 2013. However, their consistent performance led to the conclusion of preliminary tests after just 16 flights. The Navy then decided to showcase carrier launches, recoveries, and autonomous, in-flight refueling with a probe and drogue. In November 2011, plans were announced to equip one X-47B with aerial refueling equipment and software for testing in 2014, emphasizing that the demonstrators would not be armed. Northrop Grumman tested a wearable remote control system that allowed ground crews to steer. The X-47 on the carrier deck Avenue 1 underwent high-intensity electromagnetic interference testing at Puxon River in May 2012, evaluated incompatibility with planned electronic warfare systems. Subsequently, Avenue 2 commenced a series of tests at Pent River in June 2012 involving arrested landings and catapult launches to validate its precision approaches to an aircraft carrier. The first successful land-based catapult launch occurred on November 29. This marked the beginning of this powerful weapon's remarkable journey, demonstrating advanced capabilities in carrier-based operations, including arrested landings and catapult launches, contributing to the development of cutting-edge unmanned combat air systems. The Navy's decision to incorporate autonomous in-flight refueling and innovative control systems reflects the evolution of technology in military aviation, pushing the boundaries of what unmanned aircraft can achieve in naval operations. The carrier-based evaluation of the X-47B commenced on the USS Harry S. Truman at Naval Station Norfolk, Virginia on the 26th of November 2012. By December 18, 2012, the weapon successfully concluded its first at-sea test phase, earning praise for its outstanding performance. It demonstrated compatibility with the aircraft carrier flight deck, hangar bays, and communication systems. After finishing deck testing, it was returned to NAS Pent River for further evaluations. On May 4, 2013, a significant milestone was achieved as this weapon when it executed a successful arrested landing on a simulated carrier deck at Point River. Subsequently, on May 14, 2013, the X-47B marked history by launching from the USS George Bush in the Atlantic Ocean. This event marked the first time an unmanned aerial vehicle would be catapulted off an aircraft carrier. Another accomplishment was recorded as the X-47B performed touch-and-go landings and takeoffs from George H.W. Bush while the carrier was underway on the 17th of May 2013. This groundbreaking weapon also took off from Pent River and accomplished the first ever arrested landing of a UAV on a carrier at sea, landing on the deck of George H.W. Bush. Following this success, a second arrested landing on George A.W. Bush was completed. However, a third attempt faced a technical issue, leading to diversion to the UAV's flight facility in Virginia. During this incident, one of the UAV's navigational subsystems failed. Fortunately, the other two subsystems detected the issue and signaled the operator, who diligently followed procedures to abort the landing. The Navy emphasized that this incident showcased the X-47B reliability and ability to operate autonomously. On April 10, 2014, the X-47B achieved a significant milestone by conducting its inaugural nightlight. Another important event occurred on August 17, 2014, when the weapon took off and landed on the aircraft carrier Theodore Roosevelt alongside an F/A-18 Hornet. This marked the historic moment when a UAV operated in conjunction with manned aircraft on an aircraft carrier. The Hornet launched first, followed by the X-47B. After a brief flight, the X-47B landed and promptly took off again to test the system's behavior. Within 20 minutes, it landed on the flight deck, allowing space for the Hornet to land. This demonstration successfully met all test objectives and constituted the X-47B's fifth period at sea, including 8 catapult launches, 30 touch-and-go landings, and 7 arrested landings on carriers George H.W. Bush and Theodore Roosevelt. By August 24, 2014, the testing period came to a conclusion with the X-47B, achieving 5 catapult launches, 4 assessments, and 9 touch-and-go landings. Additionally, nighttime taxi and deck handling operations were performed for the first time. The weapon successfully met its objective of launching and recovering at 90-second intervals alongside man Hornets. The X-47B also accomplished another feat by executing the world's first fully autonomous aerial refueling with an Omega Air KC-707 tanker over Maryland's coast. This marked the completion of all primary demonstration tasks. Afterwards, a strategic decision was made by the Navy to repurpose this advanced weapon, which was originally designed as a surveillance and strike aircraft. It was transformed into a reconnaissance and aerial refueling drone with limited strike capability. This shift in purpose followed a top-level review and restructuring of the unmanned carrier-launched airborne surveillance and strike project. Subsequent budgets redirected funding toward the development of the MQ-2 Stingray carrier-based aerial refueling system. Does this drone have what it takes to replace the formidable bombers and take the United States to another level of technological advancement? Thanks for watching. While you're still here, click on the video appearing on your screen to watch another of our interesting videos. See you there.